Prior to this pandemic, 78% struggled paycheck to paycheck, 59% could not pay an unexpected $400 bill, 1 in 6 kids were living in poverty, and 47% of jobs are currently expected to be replaced by robots in the next 25 years. A prominent concept to solve these matters effectively is the Universal Basic Income, or UBI, and UBI is an unconditional guaranteed income that acts as a safety net and one of the coolest ways to eliminate poverty. It also acts as a conservative idea to limit government power while empowering you, the people. With the pandemic, we've lost loved ones, we've lost jobs, we've lost homes, and the US government responded with a $1,200 stimulus check. So now ask yourselves to imagine it as a recurring item you might do for your friends, family, and community. I led policymaking teams in nonpartisan youth startups, was head of the Futurists division for our national conversation, and I oversaw the development of 8 policy proposals. UBI is perhaps one of the most game-changing proposals, and its successful attributes make people smarter, healthier, and it increases employment and entrepreneurship. First, I'll talk about neurobiological studies regarding IQ, then I'll discuss the improvement of well-being and how it increases employment and entrepreneurship. First, let's examine the neurobiological studies and how it makes us a smarter cookie. Dr. Carl Hart conducted a lab experiment studying drug addiction and placed a bunch of rats in an isolating environment where they felt limited, stressed out, and discovered, the rats would keep making terrible choices and would often beg for cocaine. After a while, Dr. Hart decided to change things up, enrich their environment, give them candy, and let them play with the other rats. And soon, he discovered the rats would stop making terrible choices. Look at that happy rat right there. This fascinating lab experiment could also apply to people in poverty-struck neighborhoods. Additional neurobiological studies also suggest that giving people more access to resources, our IQ goes up by 14 points. As UBI creates abundance, we develop better connections, our self-motivation goes up, we become more team-oriented, and we become better long-term thinkers. Now that we've gone over brain power, let's talk about health. Based on results from past experiments, UBI increases our well-being, it boosts our physical and mental health, and provides a far greater quality of life. Kenya launched a UBI trial of $30 million in US currency in 2017, and it was designed by MIT and Princeton University economists. As the experiment is currently ongoing, as right now, we now have real-time data of the positive effects of UBI that it resulted in. We found that this UBI trial led to an amazing decrease of problems concerning hunger, illness, and depression by a significant 46%. Along with that astounding 46% decrease of illness, people of Kenya also showed overwhelmingly positive increase in overall life satisfaction. UBI lets people become, happier, healthier, and far more content with our everyday affairs. It offers good vibes for both our physical and mental well-being, and top of that with the smarter choices in an abundance environment backed by universal basic income, and in the pursuit of an amazing life becomes tremendously way easier. Lastly, UBI acts as an investment to empower people's careers. The most notable UBI experiments brought awesome growth in terms of employment and entrepreneurship. In February 2019, Mayor Michael Tubbs of Stockton, California, launched the UBI experiment, giving people a monthly dividend of $500 a month. Contrary to the usual stigma of UBI making people lazier, the results of the experiments proved otherwise. In fact, at the beginning of the experiment, 28% of those UBI recipients already had full-time employment. With this pilot program in place, we saw that number from 28% rise up to an awe-captivating 40%. In Namibia, their UBI trial experiment paved the way for entrepreneurship and self-employment to grow by, wait for this number, this is a very cool number, by the way, very surprising number. In Namibia, their UBI trial experiment paved the way for entrepreneurship and self-employment to grow by an earth-shattering 301%. What this infers to me, or to us as the audience, UBI offers people an investment to pursue new career opportunities, to get the jobs they want, expand on their dream jobs, and it gives people, like you and me, the freedom to reinvent our own future. It also boosts economic productivity to new heights. To reiterate and conclude, First, I talked about UBI making us into smarter cookies. Then I went over the incredible boost of health and how UBI led to increases in employment plus entrepreneurship. We discussed why UBI is one of the most game-changing ideas to alleviate poverty, how it raises IQ, how it enforces a moderate degree of both mental and physical health, and how it contributes to the economy with highly positive notes. UBI is one of the coolest ideas that allows the U.S., allows us, the normal U.S. citizen, to achieve our own dreams according to our own terms. And UBI is the platform in which we can make a far better future for our friends, family, and community.